you can do what you need to do and do your job safely.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're ready to get started. Good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance hearing before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. My name is Brad Gardner, and I'm a judge in this court. I'm here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you. So please don't discuss the facts of your case. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: to the presumption of innocence, to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors, to a speedy and public trial by jury, to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf, to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, and to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail. These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you're in jail. If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you could remain in jail until your trial. You could also receive additional felony charges. It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Where the bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you. The standard at this stage is very low. A judge will determine whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime occurred. Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived. You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date. Lastly, I need everyone to raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that any statements made during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Okay, let's begin on the lady's side. And is it Miss Freeman? Are we starting with Miss Freeman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Freeman, you're charged in one count of family violence battery. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14807. The bond is going to be set for this offense at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, I think.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from an Alton Griggs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. But depending on how things are going now, we still may be in the Zoom era. That hearing will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Ms. Johnson? Ma'am, you're charged with two offenses. One is driving under the influence of alcohol to the extent you're a less safe driver. The warrant number for that offense is 2021 WA 14830. The bond is going to be set at $5,000 for that offense. You're also charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The warrant number for that offense is 2021 WA 14831. The bond is going to be set at $1,500. So you're going to have a total bond of $6,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, ma'am?
Yes.
You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, you indicated that you are working. Can you tell me how much you make per hour or per month?
I can't figure out the top of my head right now.
Can you give me an estimate?
In a month, about 25.
$2,500 per month.
Yeah.
Okay, you do qualify for the appointment of a lawyer. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Okay, you're free to go back, ma'am. We're going to save Miss Morris to the end. You are Miss, is it Oprium? Operum. Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of open container violation. The warrant for that offense is 2021 WA 14803. The bond is going to be set at $500. On the warrant application, it indicated that you were also charged with possession of a controlled substance. And the warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14804. So what I'm going to do, ma'am, is I'm going to set a bond for the possession of a controlled substance at $3,000. And the reason that I'm doing that is I don't know why it was left off the bond order. It may have been dropped in the sheriff's department, and that's why I didn't make it this far. But by setting a bond now, if it has been dropped, then you will just have the one charge. If I do not set a bond now, you're going to sit in jail and have to come back before me. So I'm doing this in an effort to try to help you get out of jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 4th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me? Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back. Are you Miss Reese? I'm sorry, was that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Reese, ma'am, you've been charged with one count of driving a vehicle with defective equipment. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14823. Bond is going to be set at $500 for that offense. You've also been charged with reckless driving. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14824. The bond's going to be set at $2,000 for that. You've been charged with basically improper stopping in the roadway. It says parking prohibited is the label. Warrant number is 2021 WA 14825. There's going to be a bond set at $500 for that offense. You've also been charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14826. There's going to be a $5,000 bond set for that. And finally, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14827. There's going to be a $3,000 bond set for that. So your total bond is going to be set at $11,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, man? There's going to be a preliminary hearing date set for October 4th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am? Did you say no?
No, I can wait for trial.
It sounded like no, but I couldn't really hear.
No. I didn't
Okay. Okay. You're free to go back, ma'am. Miss Salter. Are you Miss Salter?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of a fray, which is just basically fighting in public. The warrant number for this case is 2021 CW 53296. The bond is going to be set at $1,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from an Alexia Baker. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning, but the date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Oh, yes.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Okay, you're free to go back. Miss Watson,
Yes.
ma'am, you've been charged with two offenses. The first is criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $3,000 for that. The warrant number is going to be 2021 WA 14828. You're going to also be charged with terroristic threats or acts, and the bond is going to be set at $2,000, and the warrant number is going to be 2021 WA 14829. So you're going to have a total bond set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from an Aaron Brooks. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
There's going to be a preliminary hearing date set for October 4th because the terroristic threats or acts is a felony offense. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Are you currently working, ma'am?
No.
Okay, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Did you say no?
No.
Okay, you're free to go back, ma'am. All right, except for Miss Moore, does that complete the lady side?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll come back to her at the end of the entire proceedings, and then so I'll keep myself mindful of your camera.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's switch over to the male side.
All right, Mr. Bishop is in a wheelchair, Your Honor.
Okay,
He hears you.
okay,
The camera kind of messed up, so. but
okay.
yeah.
No, that's fine. Mr. Bishop, sir, you're charged with 3 offenses. One is simple assault, family battery. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14819. There's going to be a $2,000 bond set for that offense. The second offense is disorderly conduct. Warrant number is 2021 WA 14820. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. And finally, obstructing an officer. Bond is going to be, warrant number is going to be 2021 WA 14821. And the bond is going to be set at $2,000. So you're going to have a total bond of $5,500. You believe you can post that bond, sir?
Bishop. Can you ask it again, Your Honor?
Your total bond is going to be set at $5,500. You believe you can post that bond, sir?
Are you able to post it, Mr. Bishop? He said no, Your Honor.
Okay. His preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon his ability to bond out, and he'll get a new court date in the mail. Mr. Bishop, would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Do you want him to see you qualify for a lawyer? Do you want him to see you qualify for a lawyer? Sure. He said sure, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to find you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me, Mr. Bishop?
He said no.
Okay, he's free to go back.
All right. Next is Mr. Broad. Is it Broadneck?
Broad next. That's who I have next.
Okay. He's coming.
Okay.
Here is Your Honor.
Mr. Broadneck, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal damage to property in the 2nd degree. This is being listed as a felony offense. The warrant number for this is 2021 WA 14814. The bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Lushawn Jackson. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 4th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify, Mr. Broadnax. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Mr. Calhoun? Oh, Mr. Calhoun.
Good morning, Mr. Cal.
I'm first. He coming.
Okay.
I'm first. Sir, right here, sir.
Mr. Calhoun, sir, you're charged with 2 driving related offenses. The first is driving a vehicle without a license. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14799. Bond is going to be set at $1,500 for that offense. The second charge is failing to yield or stop at it says to an emergency vehicle. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14800, and the bond is going to be set at $500. So you're gonna have a total bond set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a preliminary hearing date set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify. Mr. Calhoun, I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, free to go back, sir.
What's your last name? Becca's coming next, y'all.
Okay. Mr. Dealbeck, sir, you're charged with 2 driving-related offenses. One is driving under the influence of alcohol. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14801. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. The second offense is following too close. The warrant number is going to be 2021 WA 14802. The bond is going to be set at $500. So you're going to have a total bond set at $5,500. Do you believe you can make that bond, sir?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have a preliminary hearing date that's going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, and Mr. Gailey, I'm just going to input the data of the dismissal. He doesn't necessarily have to appear before me.
Okay.
Okay, and you are Mr. Hernandez? Okay, sir, you're charged with 1 count of criminal trespass for an unlawful purpose. The warrant number for that is 2021 CW 53955. It is being written up as a felony offense. No, I'm sorry, misdemeanor offense. The bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post a bond, sir?
Possible.
Okay, there's going to be a stay away provision placed on this bond to stay away from a Sandra Hernandez and a Lucio Hernandez. Do you understand that? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. And just to be certain, you are Mr. Hernandez, correct? Okay. And the reason I ask is sometimes the application gets out of line because I have Mr. Hackett on my in my order coming up next. So I just want to be certain. Do you have any questions of me, Mr. Hernandez?
Well, I was just wondering about the how I got the criminal trespass warrant where I lived at that place.
Okay, so what's written in the warrant is that it basically says that you entered the property of your parents without permission and stole money. So that's the allegation.
Okay,
That's the allegation.
That's my living address. Right, so I have that's my living address.
Okay.
Well, address, everything. Let's see.
So the criminal trespass part, Mr. Hernandez, is that if there was cash money there that didn't belong to you and you took it, you are interfering with their ability to use that. Now, officers have discretion in what they charge. Based upon what they've written here, they could have been more, I'll use the term gangster. They could have charged you with felony offenses that they didn't charge you with. And so I don't know the whole situation. And that's why at this stage, we don't go into the facts of your case, because you need to speak to your lawyer. You need to see what's going on. You need to see the exact allegations that are being levied against you so you can defend yourself. But there have been, just so you know, between a husband and wife, criminal trespass has been allowed to go forward where there is a bottle of liquor bought with marital property and one person breaks the bottle out of fit of anger. That could be criminal trespass.
Wow.
Okay. So it's basically interfering with another person's ability to either enjoy or use jointly or solely owned property.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right.
So that's why we say don't talk about the facts of your case, talk to your lawyer, and then they can help you out. Okay. All right, sir. Any other questions?
That's it.
All right, you're free to go back.
Oh, Mr. Hackett. So be careful.
You are Mr. Hackett. You are Mr. Hackett.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with one count of terroristic threats or acts. The warrant number is going to be 2021 WA 14822. I've set a bond of $4,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No.
Okay. There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Ryan McDarris. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 4th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
You do qualify, Mr. Hackett. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No.
Okay, you're free to go back.
This is Denzel Johnson, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, sir, you're charged with one count of leaving the scene of an accident. Bond's going to be set at $3,000 for that. The warrant number for that offense is 2021 CW 51516. You're also charged with driving too fast for conditions. The warrant number for that offense is 2021 CW 51517. Bond's going to be set at $500 for that. Lastly, you're charged with obstructing or hindering a law enforcement officer. The warrant number is 2021 CW 51518, and bond's going to be set at $2,000. So you're going to have a total bond set at $5,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 2001. That date will get waived upon your bonding out. Sorry. Upon your bonding out, you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. You indicated that you are working, but on the portion about how much you earn, you put NA. Can you tell me how much you're making per hour?
15.
Okay. You do qualify for the appointment of a lawyer. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're free to go back. Is it- Stedman Johnson, is that the next person?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, sir, you were charged with two offenses. One is knowingly driving a motor vehicle on a suspended or canceled registration. The warrant number for that is 2021 WA 14815. The bond is going to be set at $500 for that. The second is possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14816, and the bond is set automatically by schedule at $1,500. So you're gonna have you're gonna have a total bond set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Before I ask you, well, let me ask you this. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir. And could you repeat what you had said the first time about the bond said already?
Yes, I will. You do qualify, so I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Was that the question that you were attempting to ask?
No, I thought you were saying like somebody had paid my bond already.
So these bonds are set by schedule, which means they're already set.
So I can get someone to go and pay for them right now?
Right now, yes, when you get to use the phone, you can contact bonding company or you can contact whomever. And these bonds are already in the system. They're going to be a little bit higher than what I'm telling you because the sheriff's department is required by law to add fees onto the bonds. And I don't have access to the fee schedule. So these bonds are set automatically. I know that you have $500 bond for the driving charge, $1,500 bond for the other offense. What I've seen is that it may be between 1,300 or 1,800. Like I said, I don't have access to that fee schedule, but the sheriff's department does, and they're required by law to add those fees to your bond. So you could actually call a bonding company right now, tell them you're in Clayton, who's authorized to write bonds in Clayton County. Tell them your name, tell them your charges, and they could probably see it on their end.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right. You're free to go back. Are you Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jones, you've been charged with criminal trespass. And what is the, I guess the way that people normally understand it. You've been charged with being at the airport after you were given a warning to stay away. So your warrant number is 2021 WA 14812. I've set a bond of $2,000. I've also placed a special condition on this bond to stay away from 6,000 North Terminal Parkway, which is the airport. What that means, Mr. Jones, is that if you go back to the airport, you could be facing felony charges of aggravated stalking, which do not carry a bond. So you will sit in the jail until either your lawyer is able to work something out with the district attorney or you go to trial. So I don't know why the airport seems to be a place that you want to go back to, even though you've been given warnings to stay away. So do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That you now have a warning from a judge to stay away from the airport? And if you go back, and you're arrested again, that could be a felony charge of aggravated stalking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify, Mr. Jones. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
I don't have any questions. Right now I'm in a homeless situation, so I'm not able to pay a bond right now.
Okay, so to the extent that you were in a homeless situation and you were told to stay away from the airport, why did you place yourself in this position?
Cause it be people that's homeless that go to the airport, man. You know, shit. I just. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. I apologize. But I just got caught at the wrong time. That's all it is. It ain't like I was following nobody else's sequence. I was by myself on the time.
No, it's Mr. Jones. You are, let me see. You're born in 1997.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Jones, I was graduating from college, I think, at a year earlier than that. The thing that I would like to impress upon you is take the opportunities in this life, in this world. I mean, it's not judged by the fact that you're knocked down. It's that you get up and you do something. I don't hold anybody to a standard where I believe that you can't get up, dust yourself off, and do something. So, you may not have been taught. I don't know, but I'm telling you, you're a young person. Take advantage. Because I'm reaching like sort of the end of my career, and there's not going to be a whole lot of long things that I have going on. But you can put together 20-year projects right now of stuff to do to better yourself and better your environment and your life. Focus on that. Don't keep going back to the airport. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You're free to go, sir.
I'm gonna turn the camera to Mr. Rowe. He's unable to swap.
Okay.
Good.
So, Mr. Rowe, can you hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
You are charged with being the nomenclature is fugitive from justice, and what that basically means is that there's a warrant for your arrest out of another state. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14818 from our side with how we've arrested you. You're not entitled to bond at this offense. Clayton County is simply holding you for Harris County Sheriff's Department, where they said that they want to extradite you on a warrant. Have you had an opportunity to discuss this a little bit?
As far as with who?
I'm sorry, sir.
As far as with who, I haven't had an opportunity to really discuss it with anyone outside.
Okay. No, that's fine. So, you have the right to challenge this extradition warrant or this fugitive from justice warrant, and you will have up to 90 days before there will be a hearing. At that hearing, there are going to be basically two things that are going to be determined by the judge sitting at the hearing: whether you are the person named in the warrant and whether the warrant is saying that there is a charge, an offense that you can be prosecuted on. We don't care if you're guilty. We don't care if you're innocent. So you can say, look, I'm going to demand that hearing. I want to stay here and I'm going to have this extradition hearing. So if you believe that you're not John Dwight Rowe, or if you believe that the charges are not valid, you can say, look, I want to have this extradition here.
I like to waive.
Okay, you want to waive? Okay, you understand what that means, that the clock starts to tick today, where they have to come and get you, okay?
He signed it, Your Honor.
Okay, so when you sign those documents, they're gonna send them over to me and I'm gonna sign them, and then the clock will start to run today. I would encourage you to hire a lawyer in Harris County, Texas, to deal with these charges, because that's gonna be the only way that you make headway, okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay, so by my count, we just have Miss Morris.
Yes.
And I will stand by until you tell me you're ready to go with Miss Morris, and then we'll start with Miss Morris and we'll be done for today.
All righty, give us 1 second, we'll have her ready.
Okay. Mr. Williams, are you still there?
Yes, sir, I am.
So when this is over, I'm going to turn off the live feed and I'll entertain any questions that you may have.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Your Honor, we're ready.
Am I gonna see him?
We're-
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you Miss Morris?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of criminal trespass. The warrant number is 2021 WA 14811. I've
Yes,
set a
sir.
bond of $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Quavius Clayton. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. The thing is, the address is my home. So would I have to vacate the home or would he?
Um,
I am the owner.
so,
Both live there together. Oh, I'm sorry.
so give me a second and we'll have a full discussion about that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for October 5th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir, please.
Are you currently working, Ms. Morris?
I am, unfortunately, I was just put on FMLA for
Okay.
work purposes. But I do have income. I have two
Okay.
jobs.
Okay, so ma'am, I'm going to find that you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Now, to get back to the larger discussion,
Yes,
you
sir.
and Mr. Clayton live together, correct?
Yes, common law marriage. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, well, how long have you and Mr. Clayton lived together?
8 years.
You're not common law married. Common law marriage went away in 1997, I
Okay.
believe. So, ma'am, the allegation is that you took a permanent marker and wrote all over Mr. Clayton's car.
Yes, sir.
That's something that you can control.
Yes, sir, it
Okay.
is.
Okay. So the way that the laws are currently constructed is that if there's basically blocks victim offender, we don't place the offender in a position where they are superior to the victim. So if you and I were married and I just got upset, or we were dating or living together one day, and I just got upset and I just decided I was going to just beat you all to, whatever. The law would not then further traumatize you by kicking you out of the house that I own.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I beat on you, you're a victim, and then the law comes in and further traumatizes you. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
where that stands between you and Mr. Clayton, the stay away provision is as to Mr. Clayton. It's not as to any property.
Okay,
If Mr. Clayton decides to leave the residence, you're totally welcome to go back to that residence. If Mr. Clayton decides that he's not going anywhere, you cannot come into that residence.
okay.
Okay? So what I would encourage you, Ms. Morris, moving forward, is not to act in a manner where you have to come before a person like me,
Yes, sir.
because I'm certain you're truly a lovely person. And I tell people all the time, I choose to believe that when you come before me, I'm seeing you at your lowest moment,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
and that you have a lot to give to the world. But you have to be the person that does that,
Thank you,
not
sir.
me. And I'm gonna tell you, if I have to put you in jail, I'm going to put you in jail. It's not personal. It's what I have to do because my job is to protect the public. Those deputies, their job is to protect the public.
Yes, sir.
It's not to protect one person. So I may do things or they may do things that you don't agree with, but it's not about you. It's about public safety. Okay, so
Yes.
please keep that in mind. All right, is there anything else?
So it would just be a bond, being bonded out?
You have a bond. You
Okay,
cannot go around Mr. Clayton without Mr. Clayton's agreement. And I would encourage you to not,
it's just I don't have any family here. So as far as being bonded out or to be able to get home to where we both live, I don't know how I would get there without having to call in.
so you can make arrangements with the sheriff's department as you're bonding out to get your stuff so that you can live. And believe me, I'm not naive, and I'm sure the deputies, they're not naive. People go back, live back together all the time.
Well,
It's
we
so
met in our,
no, but wait, hear me out. And the thing that I tell people that are in your position is that you can do that if that's what you choose to do. You'll be violating the court's order. You'll be placing yourself in a position of getting charges of aggravated stalking. And if Mr. Clayton, everything is fine today, tomorrow, 3 days from now, but that 5th day, Mr. Clayton decides that he's upset with you, he can pick up the phone and have you arrested if you do it in the way that I believe people do it. And I see it happening all the time. So all I can do is tell you what are the consequences. You're the person that has to govern your life. Okay?
I will,
All right, ma'am. You're free to go back.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So if I don't bond out, I would have to stay till October. Is that correct? Is that how it works? I don't know the system.
So shortly, the short answer is no. I mean,
Okay.
this is truly, this is an offense that if you stayed 5 days in jail, you'd probably be able to go on a Tuesday jail calendar and plead guilty and get probation.
Okay.
But I'm not the person that makes that decision. So
I
I
have
don't.
Briggs and Associates set up because I've had some issues with bipolar and manic depression before. So they're already in line in my ball because I've gone through the system with you guys before with the judge and the medical part. So I was just wondering.
So, Ms. Morris, with that being said, let me tell you one thing. I've spent almost 20 years in my career doing death penalty defense, and people have had mental health issues. And the majority of the people that have been facing life in prison were off medication or non-medicated. The fact that you have a mental health condition is not going to stop the levers of government from stuffing you in a prison for the rest of your life. So you have to keep that in mind and try to keep that condition under control. There's even case law in the state of Georgia out of DeKalb County that says if you are under the care of a psychiatrist and you've been told, hey, stay out of stressful conditions, take your medication. If you choose to not stay out of stressful conditions or choose to not take your medication, you can't even bring up the fact that you have bipolar in a trial because they consider that the same as if you drink, a case of beer, go out and kill somebody. And you say, well, if I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have done it. They call that involuntary intoxication. Same way on the mental health side. You can't be a person that has mental health conditions that have been told and counseled about how to deal with it. You can't say, I have these mental health conditions. That's conditions. That's why I did this. It does not work that way from a legal standpoint. So you need to understand that because of what you just told me now, you know, you're going to be in a position where you can't raise that I was off my meds, I was this, I was that.
Yes, sir.
It's so, ma'am.
And I'm not using that excuse because I have been on my meds. It's just I got diagnosed with vertigo and severe sciatic nerve damage. The other day, I went and sat at Fayetteville Hospital for 10 hours to get meds and just received them and didn't able to take them. So I'm without those meds right now.
So, ma'am,
Yes.
the two deputies that are standing beside you, have they ever done anything to harm you in your life?
No, sir.
So don't treat people that have not harmed you in a manner that they have to then protect themselves from you. That's because you're not, it's not going to benefit you in life. And I'm just telling you, and you can do whatever you want to do. You're an adult, but I'm just telling you, it's not gonna benefit you.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right. You're free to go back, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, Your Honor,
You too.
that is all.
Okay. So I am going to shut down